I don't honestly even know why I'm doing a show about this subject right now. I would think that everybody's on board. I would think everybody understands where we're going and what's coming for America, what's coming for the world. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not preaching to the choir. Maybe the choir isn't showing up for practice. Maybe you're not scared enough about this issue. Maybe your life is so busy that you don't have time to be scared enough about this issue, but you should be terrified right now. You should be scared out of your mind of what's coming, of what we're going to see in the future. 97% of climate scientists agree, it sounds like a commercial for chewing gum, that global climate change is real. They agree that humans are the cause. They agree if we do nothing, the effects on the earth and the human population will be devastating. Don't you know that already? We've known since the 1950s, that global climate change was real. And we've got all kinds of new ideas. We've got the Green New Deal. We've got carbon tax. But it doesn't seem that we've got the will to save ourselves. It doesn't seem that anybody cares enough for the future of our children, for the future of humanity, to make a difference. This is not a joke. This is not a test of the emergency broadcast system. This is an emergency. The greenhouse gas effect has been increasing for decades. Carbon emissions trapped in the Earth's atmosphere have been increasing for decades. The Earth's atmosphere is warming up. It's been doing that since the 1880s. Since the Industrial Revolution, we have been polluting our planet, and the temperatures are going up. In the modern era, it has taken us 50 years to just agree that there is a problem. Even people on the right are starting to see that there is a problem, though they don't want to directly attribute it to it being man-made. They say, you know what, it is obvious there's a problem. Medicine and science is helping us live longer, healthier, more productive lives. But it's not going to matter. Global climate change will increase deaths in the U.S. tremendously. Just a 2-degree temperature rise is going to increase deaths by 5.4% per 100,000 deaths. 5.4 deaths per 100,000. That's with just a 2-degree temperature rise. Automobiles kill 10.9. You get 10.9 deaths per 100,000 with automobiles. So you go up 4 degrees and you're matching up there with automobiles. You go up 9 or 10 degrees and these numbers get devastating. And a 9 or 10 degree temperature rise is not out of the picture by the end of the century. That's people starving in the street. That's chaos on a world level. The gross domestic product, with just a 2-degree temperature rise, will decrease by 1.2%. Well, what's 1.2%? No big deal. Except the gross domestic product is $19 trillion. So that's about a $500 billion loss a year per 2-degree temperature rise. So imagine a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10% temperature rise and how it will hit the GDP. Are you scared yet? The cost of food production will rise up to 18% with every 2-degree rise in temperature. So that's like missing 4 meals a week. If food gets too expensive, if you're poor, you might have to miss up to 4 meals per week with just a 2-degree temperature rise. Just imagine not being able to pay for all 21 meals that you eat, if you're lucky enough to eat 3 meals a day right now. We already know, we've heard, haven't you heard? Coastal cities like Miami, like New York City, like Mobile, Alabama, are going to be partially, if not completely, underwater. We could be displacing in New York City alone 10 to 15 million people with a 1 to 4 foot rise in sea level. We're going to have to back away from the oceans. Imagine the economic cost of rebuilding cities more inland. It'll make more jobs, but you know what the problem is going to be? People won't be able to work outdoors. The weather and the climate will be so bad that the rebuilding that we need to do won't be possible. 1% of outdoor jobs could be lost with just a 2-degree temperature rise. That's hundreds of millions of work hours gone. Devastating poverty and chaos from a man-made condition, from something that we know we're doing, that we could stop, that we could reverse. If we were informed enough, apparently not. Scared enough? Apparently not. In the central U.S., there will be less soil moisture. Think about this. There will be less soil moisture with the heat and the droughts, so it will exacerbate the problem growing crops. Remember the Dust Bowl? That'll be nothing compared to what global climate change could do to the breadbasket of the United States. If you live in a hurricane-prone area, those storms are going to get stronger. They're already getting stronger, and they might get more frequent. And you're already going to have to back off your land because of rising sea levels. Every region of the country is going to be affected. Heat waves, heavy downpours, sea level rise, infrastructure, agriculture, fisheries, and ecosystems will be increasingly compromised. Changing temps will reduce access to water for crops, for drinking, for people. Water is going to become insanely expensive. Here in Chicago, where we are near one of the largest, if not the largest, freshwater source in the world, the Great Lakes, might become a war zone. They might have to put troops all around the coast because people will be coming to get water to drink. I'm not kidding here. Wildfires, disease, insect die-offs. It's going to get bad. 10% of human beings depend on the ocean for their livelihood. 4.5 billion depend in part for the protein that they put into their bodies from eating fish. And that, a global rise in temperature and a global rise in the temperatures of the seas will cause tremendous chaos. Unheard of die-offs. It doesn't take much of a rise in temperature to have devastating effects on the oceans. What will it take to wake us up? This disaster is coming. It's not a joke. And listen, McDonald's will happily sell a value meal to one person for $100. You can call it boutique fast food. As you're starving in the street because of rampant inflation, because you can't get food, because of global climate change, because you didn't do anything about it when you had the chance, big business will be happy to profit from global climate change. They're already trying to figure out ways that they can profit on the impending disaster. While you're starving to death, corporate America is going to find a way to make a profit. Are you scared yet? Did I do it? I doubt it. but you should be. You should be scared. This has been News for the Left and Us. My name is Revolution McInnes. Remember, hit that subscribe button, click the bell so you can be updated on my forthcoming shows. And really, thanks for watching. And maybe you could be scared a little.